Okay, today we're going to talk about adding integers. So our learning target is just I can add integers. So to add integers with the same sign, for example, if you have a positive plus a positive or a negative plus a negative, you're going to add and keep your sign the same. For example, if I'm adding -5 plus -2, that would be like if I owe my mom $5 and I owe my mom another $2. How much am I going to owe her all together now? 7, so it's a -7. If I have 5 negatives and I add 2 more negatives, I'm at -7. Same thing works with positives. Now, what if we were going to add -5 plus 3? Or 8 plus -10, where we have different signs. So we have a positive plus a negative, or we have a negative plus a positive. This is where we're going to have to subtract our numbers and take the sign of the higher absolute value. So in other words, do I have more positives or do I have more negatives? So if I'm at -5 and I have $3, so I owe $5 and I have $3, now what am I going to owe? I'm going to owe a 2, so -2. If I'm at -5 on the number line and I increase by 3, it takes me to -2. And I also see here I have more negatives than I have positives. So on the second option, the second problem, I've got 8 plus -10. So I have 10 minus 8 would be 2. The answer is also -2 because I have more negatives than positives. So as I move down to example 1, -12 plus -3. This is an example of the same sign. So -12 plus -3 would be a -15. 14 plus -6 will be different signs. So I'm going to subtract 14 minus 6, which is 8, and I have more positives, so it's a +8. -23 plus 8, I'm going to subtract, and so when I subtract, I get 23 minus 8, so that's going to take me to 15. I have more negatives, so it's a -15. As I move on down to the exercises, let's go through just some of these. I'm not going to do a whole lot on the video. -5 plus -2, so I have 2 negatives, so I know that's a -7. -27 plus -19, both negatives, so I'm going to add them together. If you need to go out to the side and line it up, do that just so that you're more accurate. And so my answer is going to be a -46. -7 plus 10, different signs, so I subtract. 10 minus 7 is 3, and I have more positives, so it's a +3. 16 plus -11, different signs, so I subtract. I get 5, and I have more positives, so it's a +5. -22 plus -7, both are negative, and so we add them together, and we get -29. -55 plus 15, I have a negative and a positive, so I subtract 55 minus 15. That's going to give me 40. And I see I have more negatives, so it's a -40. So hopefully this gave you a little bit of idea of how to add integers. Your practice would be the back side of these notes. It looks like that. Have a great day.